So we are going to be playing Victoria 3 as Egypt, continuing our run. Now, it might not have been very long since you guys watched the last video, but it's been a little while since I've played. Last episode, we kind of fixed some of our growing problems regarding our qualifications. We think that we're mainly importing people with qualifications because we have multiculturalism and no migration controls. And also, we discovered oil in Mosul, so that's kind of going to be what we're working towards now. And we don't even have oil rig at the top of the queue. Terrible. I guess they're close enough to the top. But let's take a look at maybe... I want to take a little bit look at the pops we have in places. So we have mostly mystery. And what are the machinists? What are they? So we got mystery, 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 mystery. Some Kurds. Mystery, mystery. And some unemployed ones. Alright, let's check a place like this. Check the pops. Now this one has Riki and mystery. We're looking just at the machinists who we were trying to get more of. In terms of qualifications. And we're looking to see if there's any interesting pops. It looks like they're mainly pops that are just kind of local to the area and not imports. So maybe we just had to... Oh, so we have a little here. I think we had a migration flex here. A lot of Kurds. I don't think Kurds are native to this area. I think Kurdistan's like more over here, I think. Or, well, there is no Kurdistan, so there we go. And just taking a look at some of the See, I think I should be, like, looking a little bit more at some other stuff, you know, in the game. And not just trying to burr through, Buodin? So it's looking like nothing, like, crazy coming from other places. Although you can only migrate within your own, what is called your own market. So, let's see, if we open the trade lens, we see the Egyptian market. I mean, it includes, like, Greeks, so we could be importing Greeks. They're 100% Greek. Interesting to see a lot of Sunnis in Greece. Huh. I wonder if that has anything to do with trading with us. That's interesting. Oh, a couple things I picked up while I was gone in my little hiatus, or hiatus for me, I suppose, was, let's see, rural. I didn't realize, it's not like, the UI doesn't like tell it to you like super well, that you're still producing softwood when you switch to all hardwood, so we're going to switch everything to hardwood. And I think that overall is the better production method. We're also starting to fill our qualifications. I think we did go through all these and started to switch them over. Yeah, we're just going to assume that the people will rise to meet the qualifications, especially now that we're having an increasing standard of living. So we're going to do that. I don't think we want to switch over everyone. We're doing okay, so we don't need to switch over. Okay, let's unpause and let it crank through. I know there's a way to get to what the pops consume through here, but I forget how to do it. And I saw it earlier today. Nope, that's not it. Impoverished. 14.8. Nope. What are you consuming? That's what I want to know. Oh, it's here, I think. Okay. So they pay a little bit more overall for their goods. They buy most of their expenditure is grain, and then clothes, and then tobacco is quite high, and then furniture. Alcohol is notably a taboo, so we will try and get the price of both tobacco and clothes down then, in that case. And that's for the lower class strata. What are the middle class strata? They're paying a little bit more, and they are paying services, clothes, tobacco. So clothes and tobacco we will add to this. Oh, our queue's already monstrous. It probably already has clothes and tobacco. No, mainly industrial stuff. I feel like it's always clothes. Clothes, clothes, clothes. Okay. Yep, so it doesn't have a bunch of stuff. So we will assume that we did a somewhat decent job initially and just add to the back of it. Now, I want to get economies of scale with some of these. I know they're generally more productive where you don't already have them, but we're going to look to crank up some of these. And then gonna also add it to where we have a lot of peasants and we have no clothiers. And this way there's clothes even if they get cut off from the market. And that's a lot of clothes. We'll also add some tobacco, and we'll add this both to the front of the queue and to the back of the queue. I wish you could check unemployment. We now have census suffrage. Amazing. Okay. Let's have a think here. And I'm putting one at the front of the queue and one at the back of the queue in all these places. And then we'll add a couple in Lower Egypt, Baghdad, and these I'm kicking to the back of the queue. Okay. We should have kept the thing going. I think it's generally better for viewer experience if I just keep this ticking, even though it's like gives me anxiety. If you have an opinion on that, feel free to let me know. But alright, we passed census suffrage, so now we have too big an authority. What are we paying out for authority? Encourage manufacturing in Lower Egypt. Kind of want to keep that, kind of want to keep our taxes, so I don't know. Maybe census suffrage was a mistake on that basis? Because I think we just did it for this. Guess we don't have to tax tobacco. I mean, a lot of people are consuming tobacco. It's bringing us a ton of revenue, though. But what if we just raise taxes instead? And just get rid of this? Yeah, I think I'm fine. Well, I wouldn't call myself fine with it, but it'll do for now. Getting a fat investment pool transfer. These people are getting a lot richer. Oh no, wait, we already have some stored up. I wish there was a way to just tab immediately to the front of the queue. Yeah, we're gonna finish a whole bunch of these plantations soon. Hopefully it brings down the price of, I didn't realize just how much tobacco everyone was consuming. And if that's the case, I suppose I don't want to tax it. Services I'm taxing just because they're already really cheap. Okay. We have to be careful with what social security type stuff we pass. In general, because we have free trade and laissez-faire, so we have to stay competitive. And we want to get compulsory primary school. And we need human rights in order to do that. Okay. And what else in laws? I think we're pretty cool. We also want public schools, but trade unions are very weak, so we want to strengthen them. Health system, this is just kind of, private health insurance just seems kind of bad. I think no health insurance is just better, just because it eats a bunch of administration and doesn't really do much for you. We have guaranteed liberties, appointed professional armies, freedom of conscience. I'm not sure if total separation's better. This would take power away from the ulema, but I think that the authority is, like, pretty good, so it's worth it. We enacted census suffrage. I'm not sure what we moved away from. Do we want to change to a republic? Well, we don't like the landowners having strength. I think parliamentary republic is better because we just want to have a large coalition, so we'll work on passing that. Oh, and we're making so much money. Of course, this is because the taxes are a little higher, so we have a little bit of a choice. We could say that, well, we got rid of a consumption tax on something people are consuming a whole lot of, which should kick up their standard of living, or the standard of living seems to be rising through that, and maybe we're just okay with having the higher taxes and we want more building, or we want to use this surplus to roll back taxes and increase standard of living. I am a fan of building, though. I think we currently have a couple colonies. I guess we could do here, too. Is anything interesting? Oh, there's gold can appear there. Did not realize. Okay, well, I guess we'll do that. Okay. So we want more buildings, because more building is better. I assume we already have the fixes for these in the queue, but I suppose we could double check them. We know we want to build up Basara pretty big, because they have large base infrastructure, and I think that just, I don't know, feels good. I guess we could look. And we're looking for special bonuses in any country. And we know those just all increase infrastructure. I think this is, yeah, this is the river just increases infrastructure. This seems like a freaking troll because it increases dyes, but you can't plant dyes here, so there's that. The Nile increases also agriculture throughput, which gives us a competitive advantage on agriculture. We don't care about the migration. And then desert, which hurts agriculture throughput. Less construction efficiency. So maybe we should not build in these places as much as we can, and then malaria and... Ooh. What's this? Hardwood throughput? That's infrastructure and state. Well, let's do this and set it to auto-expand. Okay, now we're going to take a look over here, see if we have any places with bonuses. Doesn't look like we're going to. Okay. The bonuses seem kind of rare. What did we have planned? Can't even quite remember. Trade unions gain power. We like to see it. The petite bourgeoisie wants to join the free trade party, but we don't want them in government. Can we add you? No. But we might be able to once we pass this law. Alright, so what were we thinking for expansion? I think that we have no infamy, yeah. So we could just look to integrate our subjects. We got this guy. Who are we hurting relations with? So we're hurting relations with this guy. Oh, I think we decided that it like wasn't worth it just for this like little thing to get like 10 infamy. Oman, I think we have a truce with. Yeah. And then, yeah, so pretty chill here. we are going to be keeping an eye. Threshing machine's nice. We have a ton of agriculture, and I think a lot of it has to do with this just really high throughput, like, makes it feel good to build it. But also, we start with a lot, and, like, I don't know. So we will pick a tech. Kind of have a lot of the ones we like already. I suppose electrical generation and this sort of stuff would be good, but we have... I can't remember if tractors use coal or not. I think we want to make use of the fact that we're using oil. I guess we want it level 3 stuff and it's just not there. Yeah, that's rubber. So, for military, do we want anything? Well, we could go ironclad. I don't hate ironclad. It's naturally spreading to us. Ooh, we wanted human rights for a certain law, so I think we'll go that. Civilizing mission would also be decent. Okay. And then we want to go into our production methods, because we unlocked some new ones. And I'm guessing we're going to be switching all of these over, but man, is it going to start costing a lot of coal. Yeah, already it's not profitable because coal is so expensive. So why don't we... I know we have coal in here. Right? We have coal in here. Right? Right? And we could kick it to the top. Why don't we just add more coal to the very top of the queue? And then get back to this. I think this seems fine. Let's hold off on activating the steam donkeys because of the coal situation. Could make these publicly traded. They will just be, I think, insanely profitable anyways. Generally making publicly traded seems to make them less profitable, but then they'll contribute more to the investment pool, so I think we'll do that. And then I'm gonna look to make these also publicly traded, as I generally do with the agriculture. I'm gonna do it because they're running, would make more money according to this. It also just decreases the power of the landowners, I think, relatively speaking. And I don't mind the landowners being weaker, although I think they're really weak already. Yeah, they're not even, they're marginalized here. We've gotten them down, we've clapped them down where they belong. We're making hand over fist, despite making a couple of these. But we built only a couple construction centers, and the reason why is because we checked everything. Okay, so where else do we want to build them? I guess we could put one in Baghdad and one in Mosul. Mosul may be another one because it's got the oil thing going on. So we're probably gonna look to, like, really expand that. We're actually gonna add a railway here, like, preemptively, knowing that it's going to expand. And there is a railway going to it. I think we'll add a railway here. Just because we know where it's going to here. And we're trying to build up here anyways. So just have a full railway connection. That way we do not have to use convoys as well from here all the way over here. Alright, let's see. That's not a big deal. Eastern Western Australia is isolated. We will just build a port here, knowing that will eventually want to do stuff. Now, can we build a gold mine there? Is that, no, didn't think so. Rubber plantation, we're gonna build one, and then we are gonna set it to auto-expand. I think I like doing that with resources more, because they can only build to the cap. No cap. Alright. What are we working on now? A lot of coal mines, sulfur mines, steel mills, just a lot of bringing the industry up, it looks like. Standard of living is rising slightly despite the raise in taxes. Past 100 million. We're still running a really big amount, despite building a couple more construction centers, so I think we can just keep cruising and building more. This place is really populated, so we'll build one there. I suppose Aleppo might need some more. Well, we could also just build up kind of locally. And these are not getting better, so actually just gonna add. I don't know if there's. Yeah, there's no railway in the queue. And then, where was the other place that had poor infrastructure? This place, and are you currently building up a railroad? You're not, so we're gonna add that. Assuming made an ass out of me and me there. And this is, it'll be level 2. And I think that we want to go through Aleppo to the level 2, so we're gonna bring Aleppo up to the level 2, but we're gonna have that at the end of the queue. And here we're going to bring them up to level 2 at, well, we'll leave it for now, knowing that we can upgrade them all to get a level 2 railroad all the way over there. Tripoli, how are you feeling? I think that the problem with Tripoli is that it's part of Italy's market, and I don't think we can fight Italy yet. That's not Italy, that's Tripoli. Yeah, they got a power projection of 21k, and we have a power projection of 540. And we could dramatically build up our military. I think that's part of what we were planning on doing. Where do we have flotillas in reserve? Anatolia. Do we want flotillas local to Anatolia? We have some soldiers in Anatolia. I would assume we would want to build up an Arabian navy first, but maybe this is okay. Okay. And then we also had unassigned army, so we could recruit a general, see where it's at, in the Anatolia HQ as well. Well, we love the cocaine, so he's also got several good-looking stats, so we will recruit him. Especially, I believe you can do like the explore, like decision. Yeah. Could also build a skyscraper. Helps expand the bureaucracy. We actually have excess bureaucracy, I think. Or we can once we turn on our thingamajig, which is my favorite. It's kind of holding steady with the standard of living. Why don't we actually kick a couple of the clothes manufacturers up to the top? Which maybe 4. Just kidding, I meant 5. And then we already built some of the tobacco ones. We got a pretty big queue. I know we have explosives in there. I think we wanted to build ammunition. Was that it? It looks like it's queued. And the building is slower here, but we wanted to increase standard of living. Now we're running a deficit, but that's okay. Let's see, our construction goods, I think our primary driver of this, We are paying quite a bit of military wages and subsidies. Yeah, the subsidies have gone up. This has gone up a lot, quite a bit as well. Let's see if there's expensive government goods, explosives. I think we can fix that. I think we're already trying to fix that. We do use explosives in our... I think we can kick the munitions down to the back. For now. And kick the explosives up to the front. We're not building any. Okay, so we will add some at the front of the queue. Some more chem plants. Again, going for economy of scale here. And then we'll put one at the back of the queue. And then who has a lot of peasants? Middle Egypt, Hokkaido does. But Hokkaido's not super connected, so... Who to give our? Why don't we put one here? And one at the front of the queue there. Okay. Oop, I guess we should have paid closer attention. I mean, we have a lot of states. I don't think we're ever going to urbanize. Let's unclick that. And so kind of what we're hoping for is we need to... So we're an unrecognized power, and we can't really climb. I think we could get up to 12, but the problem is number 12 is... Oh, Qing is preventing us from getting 12. Let's look through our production methods and double check some things. Well, this should probably be using that. Fine running the split, whatever I thought was best earlier. This has to be split, because I very much believe that it's no glass for the... Released patients from the Cairo asylum has steadily denounced practices involved in their supposedly medical treatments, mistreatment of the sick. Don't think I can afford that. Can I eat this? So it'd be like 200. I think I can eat that. And then afterwards, if I have to build up for it, then I can do the skyscraper. So that'll work out quite nicely. So then I will immediately go here and switch them all over. Okay, perfect. Central Archives. Yeah. I love bureaucracy. Yeah. I love tech even more. Okay. So now let's continue scrolling through. Did we get another? Don't know what that sound meant. Okay. Privately owned, so don't think. Yeah, I think we evaluated that wouldn't be as profitable. Okay. Okay. I guess laborers are probably expensive where the iron is, because the iron mines are built really tall, and so that's why the steam donkey is efficient in that particular place. Would be my guess. Oil is cheap. Ah, yes. So we can turn on more oil things. I don't think we have too many oil PMs. I think it's just vacuum canning right now. So don't expect that to be too profitable. In fact, it's not very profitable. Could subsidize it. How do we else could we increase demand? We could research a new tech. I'm not gonna just straight up switch, but wants us to bolster the military. Well, I think Anatolia, the whole point for Anatolia was to drive the demand for our ammo without making it too, without increasing the price of our military too much. Kind of have the elite Anatolians and have them be a landing party. Now you are having some, you cannot fully hire because you don't have laborers. Okay, so can we switch some of your stuff over to steam donkeys then? Currently using it. Yep, that makes sense. What about here? Steam donkey. Yeah, okay. Because you can't fully hire laborers. And that's your problem, right? Might just be a lack of pop thing. But I probably have a similar problem here in Sinai, right? I guess I haven't built Sinai very tall. Oh, plus 100 urbanization. Nice. Probably tick this up a little. Running a slight surplus. We'd love to. Well, okay. We did love to see it when it was to be seen. Let's look at the prices of our market. Coal and tools. And we unlock ironclad. So now we can add a bunch of stuff. So I think we want to make the switch because we have engines and such. And then we need to create the demand. Missed out on a meeting. How to proceed. Enactment chance. Wow. This one, I think, is better mathematically. Right? What? This one seems to be clearly better. Okay. So that one's getting through. Human rights gets unlocked, which now we can pass compulsory primary school, which is what we want. And we also leads to feminism. Okay, so now let's see if there's any way we can make more use of oil. Yeah, tractors use coal. What uses oil? Probably just stuff that comes down from... Nope, not from there. Don't want to go to the level 4 tech. I guess this isn't vulcanization. No. I want the bike messengers, and I don't want the... Yeah, that's just rubber. Although, I guess we have rubber and we have no demand for it. Could go for some feminism, though. The authority 100%, I don't think would get us enough so we could institute another tax. I think we're gonna go feminism because we want to be progressive. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Is this Mexico or is this Italy? This is Italy. Conquer Tripoli. I kind of don't like him conquering Tripoli. I don't like him either. I want to see if we get offered anything. I'm gonna lean this way, even though we kind of don't like Italy. Actually, we're not gonna lean. We would be happy to fight on the other side as well, I think. Yeah, France is... Oof. It's France and Austria? Yeah, never mind, I would... Alright, let's... No, whatever. I don't know. We're gonna slow down a little bit, though, as we look at other stuff. We would love to be offered something to join. I think either... Well, numbers don't look too good. I don't think we're gonna get an offer here, though. I'd have a lot more capitalists. I think we want those to be really profitable, though. Or we want them to be very competitive. We want really cheap goods for our pops. Let's look at the market. Oh, we were in the middle of... That's right, trawlers. So we, I think, did it for fish, but we didn't do it for military buildings. We gotta switch. Because they're making ironclads, and now let's look at our... What? We're gonna switch to military shipbuilding. I don't think we need extensive. Still think we basically, for the most part, need more steamers. And France is offering us... They are offering to give us Tunisia? Now that... Well, we do love beating up on the Ottomans. They're not in it. Who are we going against? Morocco, Tripoli, Lieutenant... So Russia's the notable one. I think we can... Alright, so that means that... we want to find our barracks and put them at the top of the queue. And I think maybe even add a few more of these elite guys in. They're in Aleppo though. Don't think those are gonna get all done in time, but we'll see. We have way more flotilla. Let's where is your naval base? Is it here? I think it's here. What does naval bases give? Let's add a couple. gonna have to distribute guys to fronts. I think we want the brunt of our army on this front with Russia. And we will put the elites on this front. Oh, those aren't even the elites. These are the elites. We will leave the elites back for now. And we will mobilize these guys and put them here. I think we actually might want to put barracks here as well. Not right now, but later. This war will be interesting. We're now making tons of money. I'm guessing because our revenue transfer is kicking in on more stuff. Maybe, I guess. What are all the war goals? Conquer Tripoli, humiliate. Oh, we're getting Tunisia. Interesting. I guess that's kind of okay. I mean, we wanted to get our toes wet a little bit anyways. I would have rather vassalized Tunisia, but... we might have to raise conscripts. What is our conscript situation? Because people are raising conscripts in this bitch. Don't have time, I think, to switch to wound first aid. It also doesn't increase power projector. Where is our other front? Wait, what? Tunis, Algiers. Well, that's not our problem. I guess it's the problem if we want to enforce Tunis as the war goal. Revolution brewing. Didn't I just put you guys down? This is not ideal. Alright, so where's the revolution gonna be? To preserve monarchy. Well, it's almost certainly gonna pass, and you capped at 50%. So we'll get some more radicals, but I think we'll be fine. Expensive military goods, tools. Alright, so we'll take a look at places where we have tools maybe and kick them to the front top. There's no place. Okay. Well, then we will put some tooling industries at the top. Like a lot. All in Lower Egypt. It's kind of a small brain hour here. A couple more there. Okay. Egyptian desert needs more infrastructure. Gee, that's a surprise. And are we still having, we have an infrastructure problem in Yemen and one in the capital. One severe one in the capital, actually. So we will build a couple railroads. And we have a little one in Yemen. So we'll just give them another port. I think that they're, oh, if we just make you a cargo port, that'll solve that. And then, yeah, unfortunately we're paying quite a bit in subsidies. And then where else do we have a problem with market infrastructure? Or we could use this lens as well. Trade routes and co-avoids low market access. Eastern Micronesia. East Micronesia. West Micronesia. Solomon Islands. Okay. Dauphin. Alright, we will... All of our fronts seem decent, and we have not fully mobilized yet. Because we still have this guy getting ready. We would have loved to take Russian sand instead of Tunis, I think, but beggars can't be choosers. Do we have a day count for how long it takes to get to Algeria? I think we're not gonna... I think they're just gonna take it, right? Oh, maybe not. Oh, we forgot to give our ships... From where? Nile HQ? It's kind of a long way to protect. I'm not expecting the best result, but we'll see what happens there. Are we overall winning this? Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's getting curb stomped over there. Probably don't need all this. We want to keep Austria from getting wrecked, I think. But we're gonna... Maybe we should focus on grabbing the war goals. This is slow going, and I think we should just have a smaller group there. This cap's at 50, right? This is going to be slow going through the mountains as well. I've convinced myself. This is... Oh, he's fighting. And then once our other general gets up to... Oh, I think my cam blocks this, but we have another general in 10 at reserves, but he's going to gradually move up to 15. We should be able to wipe out Tunis pretty quick here, though. I'm just worried about this. I guess they'll be able to hold a hot minute. And then we'll move this 15 stack, which is weaker arms, over here when we're done. And this is where the war goals are, so I think it's more important anyway. Really would have rather had Tripoli than Tunis, but... Because Tunis, we can't connect via railroad. Tools in the Egyptian market. I just built a bunch of tool things. I'm building them now. What's the next tools production method? I feel like we're just always building tools. Just kidding. We have max production method. Oh, where's this? South Tyrol. Well, that's not ours. Untrained hands. I think I'm okay with child labor restrictions. Probably, from a gameplay perspective, the other choice is better, but you know, from a RP perspective. I don't like the child exploitation as much. Alright, we're gonna crank it back up to 3. I wanted to kind of watch the developments carefully, but it looks like we're advancing the fronts towards the war goals, and France is advancing the fronts into Italy. I guess maybe we really care about stomping Italy, so that's actually, and we don't really care if Austria gets stomped. Austria hasn't been very liking of us anyway, although we do want to clap Russia. Kind of slow going though, except here's, ooh. France is spending a lot to Algeria. How's our market doing? Coal's expensive. And coal will make... Having coal cheap is important because it'll make the railways more profitable. Ooh, we could build oil somewhere else. Cool. We will just set those to auto-expand and then forget about it. And then... Yeah, so coal is, we have more coal, we decrease the price of running railroads, which makes it so we don't have to subsidize them as much. So we're actually going to build a lot of coal mines, and then we're going to take a look at our PMs for coal. I don't think we're using the max one. So diesel pump. In order to this, we need compression ignition. Compression ignition. Is that really... Compression engine. Or ignition, yeah. So I guess we'll do this next for tech. We could just not push the Tripoli front, and our general is ready. So we're going to mobilize him and have him advance this front to free that guy up. And once this guy is free, we could help Austria, but we actually kind of like Austria getting clapped. And we want to weaken Italy some more, so we will do that as well. So once that battle ends, because he's currently in battle, can't move him. I wish you could queue a move. That'd be much better. Oh, and this is, alright, we're gonna pause so they don't just get another battle. And, send people to push into the Italian heartland. Yeah, Austria's got plenty of soldiers, they decided it was more important over there. And we'll have this is our weakest army here. Because we don't want to get pushed into, but... This is our elites. The ones running ammunition. Would have preferred to breeze, I think. Also, I think it was bugged. I'll have to go back over the video later, but I think it said it offered us Tripolitania, not Tunis, and then now we're getting Tunis, which, like, okay, it's not terrible, but we would have much preferred Tripolitania. Or Tripoli, whatever. Advancing big on this front. If Italy implodes, that's good for us, so... We don't want a general to get moved to this front. Convoys are getting raided. We were trading with Russia, I think. Dyes are expensive, we can fix that real quick. Tools are starting to come down a little. Cool. Coal is expensive. Silk's a little expensive now. kind of putting it all over the queue, both at the top and the bottom. Guess these coal mines that have one to finish should really finish, so we'll kick them to the top. Elections are in. And we get some natural spread. I think that we could even push the malaria prevention. I actually kind of like that. Instead of feminism's not immediately useful. Well, okay, maybe we do that next actually. Malaria prevention. And then we're gonna, I think, up our colonial investment, which we can't do yet because we need more government infrastructure. Gonna kick it to the top and build 2 in Lower Egypt. I know that kind of a big pop here, so we'll build 1 there. And you have poor infrastructure. Do you have a railway coming? You already had a railroad come. But I think that in order to make proper use of the level 3, we have to have a level 3 all the way back. Which of course is going to make a lot more... wooden passenger trains will make more transportation, which we don't want because we want transportation to be expensive, so that way we don't have to pay as much for the subsidies. Advancing in Algeria here. We're gonna pull our guys off this front. And we want to use them to stomp Italy, because I think that Tripoli's gonna get enforced here. Yeah. Which is what we want. Or sorry, Tunis is gonna get enforced. Actually, we want, our front is starting to get pushed back there, so... care a lot more about that than, clapping Italy. And don't mind clapping the Russians as well. Now, why is that not getting enforced? We have to take all of them? Serbians are coming to Upper Egypt. Large numbers of Serbians. So this is part of our liberal reforms are... We now have, Serbians? Greek? Well, those aren't... Or Upper Egypt was what it said. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a sliver. Oh, now they're starting to come in. Got it. Cool. Where is, yeah, enforcing Tunis. And then pull everything back from Tripoli. Okay, thanks, bye. I love how this front hasn't moved at all, like, basically since the beginning. Yeah, that's just a weird thing. Free government reform. Could we put the Patriots in part? We could put them in government, it doesn't do anything. Does anyone want to join any parties? What about putting the Social Democrats in? Kinda need the Parliamentary Republic to have, you know, triple in power of stuff we like. Now we're pushing them quite quickly. Ish. It's through the mountains. I think that slows things down. I think we could click and maybe get some info on that. Oh man, we have so much more offense in defense than they do. we hover for modifiers? No. Borrowed. Conscript troops. Regulars and raw stuff. They're having a hard time of it. Wonder if I can fight Persia after this. It seems like we're pretty good friends anyway. So we got conquered Tunisia. So now we probably have to clean some various things up in the buildings and such. You know, like turning on higher level production methods. And then hey, they already had mechanized workshop. Not precision tools, but disgusting. Not even have sawmills. Never miss a chance to use railroads though. I think we have to use steam trawlers. Or the Italians are migrating in. Can use fertilizer. I think we have a small demand for. Well, that's too many. That's so many, actually. Yeah. Steam-powered threshing machines. We'll just leave that right now, just for profitability reasons. It's a lot to switch over, and I think there's already a glut of extra laborers here, so we'll do slaughterhouses. Of course, adding the rail transportation and the automatic irrigation. They're quite built up in this stuff. Naval base, I think it's at 0, it's at 1. Can't build it, can't downsail it in a war. But we want to switch this to ironclads, anyway. And the barracks, just regular, yeah, that's fine, that's what most of our army is. And the conscripts, I think we have line and, oh, whatever, that should be fine. Italy's been humiliated, Italy's out. So we're gonna choose our own front over the Austrian front. Oh, and they only wanted this little thing. Not this. Okay, I guess we're fine with that. We're gonna have to... I'm gonna kick one of those up to the top. Now, you having some problems here? So they have poor access for infrastructure reasons. We can start to incorporate them. And yeah, so I think we also want to kick a railroad up to the top, which will help their infrastructure. We can't connect the railroad, but that's fine. We pass women's suffrage, and then we are kind of moving ahead on getting malaria prevention because we do want to push through here on our colonization, and we have like a decent pop now with which to do so. We are incorporating them, so they will be incorporated soon. Kind of got a lot of various farm stuff. I don't think it's very profitable, but it means we don't have to build a lot of this stuff anymore. If we take a look, our standard of living's kind of gotten quite a bit higher. Let's take a look at what they're paying for goods. We have cheap grain, cheap services, clothes expensive, tobacco expensive, and furniture is cheap. So I guess we still have, yeah, we have clothes and tobacco are in construction, like quite a bit of them. So I think that's already being handled, more or less. I've always hated that expression. And yeah, our oil rigs are just wildly unprofitable because we can't increase the demand for oil. I think we might be able to... They're migrating out. Just adding a little more work, I think. There. Because this Sinai, I think, has a really large infrastructure capacity that we're not using because we have to have it high to have railroads through here. I think we're just left with Russia. Well, we don't care about this one. I think we are bankrolling them with the hopes that they are able to do something, but we keep getting migration stuff because we are very liberal, and probably getting parliamentary republic here. Yeah, bad time to be those Russians. Must be in a hurry. I'll look through the Diplo lens and see if we can declare more interests. We can declare a lot more interests. So we want to have, I suppose, I'm just thinking. Do we not have one? We don't have one in Indonesia. If we have one in the US, we can trade with them. I think what we want is we want to be able to declare war on Austria for recognition, and also Italy, so that handles both of them. And then I suppose maybe we'll want to fight Spain or something? I don't know. Probably not. Gonna build more construction centers. If we don't have one in Tunis, well, we won't throw one up because they're having problems. Ought to be enough. Once this passes, I think our revolution ticker goes away. Hey, that's because we can't afford bureaucracy. Trade agreement for Austria. I think we're doing a lot of trade with them anyways. Let's move up. We were importing wood from them. I mean, our economy didn't implode when we stopped. Is that the only place where we had an Egyptian trade route other than exporting meat? Importing iron. I think we do want a trade agreement with them then. So our iron gets cheaper. Raising concerns. Perfect. And they're really mad about that. I guess they're still trying to make a revolution. Do we get a free government reform? What happens if we add you? It's okay. Now we can try and pass trade union stuff. So specifically we want compulsory private schools, which are opposed by industrialists. So we want the industrialists out of government for that. We also just want private schools, straight up. Industrialists oppose that. Now, I don't think we can just instantly trade our government without creating radicals. So if we do this, yeah, it creates radicals. So we could just wait till the next election. It's not a lot of radicals. This will allow us to push through the last few laws that we are interested in. Yeah, I mean, this isn't too much. Goodbye, industrialists. And then Watch, it's gonna give us an event. Now, we will... I think we want the public school first. Which will weaken the Intelligentsia. Scandinavia's out. Oh, we have a new flag. Interesting. Alright, and we are starting to get towards the end of our queue, so we're going to want to add stuff. Meat's expensive, but we're exporting a ton of it. So tea, lead, coal, and coffee. Tea or coffee. Tea. Coal and lead. What the hell? Might as well. It's not gonna, like, it's gonna make coal unprofitable. And we cannot increase our institution. Austria capitulated, interesting. Hearth process for steel mills. So we'll go into that immediately before we look at increasing infrastructure in Tunis. It makes more steel. We like steel. They won't enter a trade agreement with us. Well, we have free trade, so I don't think we collect the tariffs anyways, right? Yeah. And I don't think we want to declare war on them. I think I'm fine with this. And how bad is your infrastructure demand? It's not too bad. But it's bad even having completed the railway and the port. So I guess it's really bad. I think this doesn't increase it by... Oh, this is also not fully employed. Once it gets fully employed, it'll help out a bit. Okay. And we're still running a big surplus. So... we're gonna put one down in Sinai, because we have to build through Sinai anyways, in a lot of... it feels like. Put one down in Baghdad. Polish migration, nice. We'll do that. I think we're gonna take a quick look at... you get the desert, you don't get the desert, you don't get the desert. So why don't we put a couple down here. And one here. And we accidentally put one at the back of the queue, so we'll put it at the front. And that should be way more production than we can afford, but we have a gold reserve of 6 million now, so we're just going to eat our reserve down a bit, hopefully. Whoa. Whoa. Suddenly the Russians are scary. What's this? Also, I think one of our generals died. All these armed forces. Well, I guess I like... I think we're actually in okay shape. It's just everyone's on this front and they need to be on not that front. We do have North Africans that we can mobilize. I guess we will. this front was active. That's funny. It's gonna take a while to get there. I guess we should have built some stuff up at Hokkaido. Just a little bit of garrison for defense. I really hope Prussia implodes. Now we kind of don't hope Austria implodes because we have agreement with them, but maybe we can get in good enough with Austria or France that they will help us to clap Italy for our recognition war, because Spain is also a potential. And they don't like us, and their military is not that strong. We are running the negative like we wanted to. We're gonna pull back our... because we're not gonna fight him anyways. And Trugal states we're not adjacent, so we can't fight him. Bahrain is in our thing. Yeah, quality versus quantity here. I have quite a few radicals. It's gonna take a little while, I think, to get him to capitulate here. I'm gonna take a look at what's expensive. It's not clothes, which is why our standard of living's coming up. I think we'll make more explosives then, and then also more clothes, because we will need clothes eventually, because you always need clothes. And then... put one of those at the front, and let's see if there's a place with a lot of peasants that doesn't have... well, I guess Egypt works. Now, as Equatoria, I think that they are not incorporated, so I think we want to avoid putting too much industry in Equatoria. Look at us, big brain here, with the motor industries here, and instead want to focus more on like logging camps and like plantations and stuff. I think we have this on auto expand. Why don't we... it's one of the places that makes coffee. We do need more coffee. And we'll put this at the back of the queue because there's so much consumption of it. And then a little bit more coffee. And then we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Probably going to need another one of these. I think Blue Nile has a level 2. No, they don't, so we're going to kick that up too. Dongola has to have a level 2. Come on. It does not. Okay. So it's level 2 is all the way back then. Now. They're going to get it. Okay. Perfect. We are running an administrative deficit. I'm guessing... I don't know if... we're gonna see. I don't think there's a place we need it. No. Is there a place we should slap it down? I'm gonna put one down in Basra. Or whatever. Actually, I'm gonna put 2 down. Because... Upper Egypt's having a problem. They already have a railroad working. Because Basra has a ton of oil. They have other resources. They have a lot of a very large infrastructure, which we are using a ton of actually. Actually, you're gonna put this at the front and then put this at the back. And then I think this is level 2 already. No, it's not. We'll put it at the back. Now we'll have level 2 to Basra, which should be pretty good. What year is it? 78? Inefficient agriculture. Crete. Well, that's fine, I guess. Actually, we probably could afford to piss off the Industrialists. Hudgavar. Oh, yikes. So you're having infrastructure problems. 2, and then I guess Konya will go level 2 as well, and then this place has to already have level 2. Doesn't, wow. Alright, we're building a ton of railroads, and I really don't like it. We have to increase the price of transportation somehow. What are these people consuming? Alright, lower class is at 15.9, and you are got relatively cheap goods. Clothes are the biggest consumption. We already have clothes in there. Services just naturally good. Tobacco is expensive. And then glass is also probably something we should bring down a little bit. So Konya, I think, has extra infrastructure, and we're already building a thing there. Palestine, we're also building through. But we'll make Palestine China. Buongiorno. Okay, and then... now we're at war with who? I guess we're landing them. Actually, we're gonna let France... That classed, naked. Although not detailed genitalia, but still naked. Alright, we're gonna go to buildings. Oop, boys and girls. Yeah, screw those guys. City of Plenty, let them celebrate, is the one I like. Alright, so... I think our urban center, yeah. Let's do covered markets everywhere. Gas streetlights everywhere, and public trams everywhere. Increase the price, and free churches everywhere. Should help bring down the price of services, which is a pretty big consumption for them. Oh, don't tell me we're gonna get enforced on. Well, I think they can eat the attrition. I'm fine with that. Conquer Eastern Thrace. We actually don't want him to get Eastern Thrace. What if we conquer Eastern Thrace first? Oh, but we can't because we're at war. Man, this game is like... Oh, it's very frustrating. I don't think we can start a war. Yeah, we can't make any plays while we're at war, and we're not the person in charge of this war. War is just generally kind of frustrating, but we want to do something about this Ottoman situation. I hope we get invited and get offered something. I guess we don't care too much if they get Eastern Thrace, as long as, like, this section of Anatolia is... Well, Eastern Thrace is a Turkish province, which we can integrate easily. I don't know, I guess we should have acted faster. Oh, a bunch of coal mines. It's almost like the most expensive good in... Ooh, opium's really expensive. Interesting. Someone might have started importing it from us that's at war. People are migrating to Basara. Putting just a few of those at the front of the queue. Let's get worked on. Russia's importing clothes from us. Yeah, that's not what we like. Because we're trying to depress the price of clothes. Tools. I guess if people are importing it from us, we've reached a point where it's difficult to... we are using free trade. So, kind of just have to deal with that. Unless we embargo him. I guess we like that. I don't think we're... We can't do any... Why can't we embargo you? No, wait. Why can't we embargo you? I feel like it should tell us exactly what happens other than decreasing relations. Okay. Yeah, we want to protect our clothes. I guess, are we still importing wood from him? Let's just take a quick look at all of our like routes. Alright, we're importing this. That's just the noise we're exporting that. We have someone's importing sugar from us. Someone's importing opium, that's why our opium's expensive. Ironclads, people are importing ours. Liquor, some people are importing ours. Wood, people are importing ours. So it doesn't make sense for us to import a small arms, people are importing ours. Coal. People are importing ours, but at low amounts. Artillery, a lot of people are importing. Clothes. Russia. Tools, yeah, don't like that, but that's small. Don't like that, but it's small. 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 The guy who's right next to us is trading a whole bunch with us. Man of Wars. Italy's. Well, I guess I don't care because I'm not consuming any Man of Wars. Because that's so 2008. He's hashtag 2008. Alright, I want to get out of this war faster, so I'm going to actually land. Pop's growing. We got a lot of influxes of migrants. We also can't delete military bases. Did we fix this? Let's take a look. Congolian. Having some infrastructure problems. I think we have level. Yeah, we're gonna just connect a railway. Yemen, I think we're. Well, let's take a look. We're not solving Yemen, so we'll up it there. Although I don't think that fixes the problem, because I think Hejaz is not level 3, so we'll also make Hejaz level 3. Lower Egypt. And upper Egypt and Lebanon. Alright, so Lebanon. So, gotta up all these. And then the Egypt's upper and lower both. Oh, that'll do it. Means that are down. It's not kidding. That one couldn't even get fully employed, anyways. Okay. Now we're probably paying a ton for subsidies. Yeah, it's just gonna keep going up. We need to somehow increase the demand for. Well, we could actually just build a ton of agriculture here, because that'll use railroads. I think it'll use more railroads than we need as well, so what can we make? Or, well, we can see what we can make, so and these will be really competitive anyways, so can make some banana plantations here, just a couple. Make that an even number. Well, I guess we're gonna always need more wacky tobacco, so just do all that in Egypt, and then I think, yeah, we're gonna have some infrastructure problems, naturally, so we will Put 2 railways at the top, but... Let's see if our naval invasion failed. No, it hasn't failed yet. Naval invasions have just felt really inconsistent for this game. Not a very big fan of them. In general. They just back down from the British. Poor Ottomans, how the mighty have fallen. Probably look to beat them up after this war. Let's take a look at our infamy. It should be pretty low by now. Yeah, this is taking forever. And we're the ones who land. And Egypt sends. So we will have them stand by when we get a chance, because they're just going to full push that front, and this way we don't attrition. Because they're going to progress it, like, really fast. Yeah. Don't need our help. Public schools, please. Now, where did we have our naval bases here? I think we just wanted to add a couple more as well. Okay, so different production in the naval base. I'm not sure we want to upgrade to it, but we'll take a look at it. Well, actually, oh, it's this one? These ones are always really cheap for what seems like quite a good bonus. Take this slow and steady. Germans are migrating to Upper Egypt, is that what that said? I'm just gonna take a look at some pops. Got a lot of Orthodox, because we got a lot of Serbs there. So that's a sizable chunk of Serbs. Right, 100k? This is from immigration. Is there a way to look at it? Yeah. Our entire pop. Yeah, there we go. Mainly laborers, some peasants, a lot of upper class, detailed list. Political strength. Who is the most? Capitalists, laborers, engineers, machinists. Population, we got Masari, Turkish, Bean, Magrebi, Sudanese, this is all local, and then we have Northern Italians, kind of like the biggest one, Ainu, Kurdish, Irish. And looks pretty similar because we have everything's allowed. Ammunition's cheap. In our market, let's take a look. We could. So meat's expensive, but we're exporting it, so we like don't care that it's expensive. If we put down the price of engines as well, this will also be good. So let's try and do that, because that'll make oh, France got enforced on. Lulz. Alright, the reason we're building motor industries is to make is because by building up our motor industries, we will make it more profitable in the Egyptian, or not the Egyptian markets, for the railways. Anyways, with the end of that war, I think I will call this episode. We passed a few reforms that were good, and we also had a nice little adventure with France where we acquired Tunisia. Probably going to be looking to start another war once we're done, because we have a military, we're paying for it, might as well do something with it. Anyways, if you like this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one.